Hi. Are you flying blind in your relationship? You're probably thinking, what on earth does she mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is, do you know a lot about your partner, the critical elements that make or break a long-term relationship? Most of us don't know the deeper issues about our partners. And unfortunately, what we tend to do is we do more research and more due diligence in when we want to go on a holiday. We research that more than what we do when we get into a relationship. And I'm talking about the elements of a relationship that are so critical, they can make or break a relationship. Things like, what is your partner's love language? What makes them light up and feel so loved and so appreciated and so adored and so special? Don't you want to give that to your partner as well as them make you feel that way? What about your partner's core needs? What do they have to have subconsciously at all costs that they will even sabotage a relationship to get that? Subconsciously, of course, they don't do it consciously, and you don't do it consciously either. That's how critical it is to a person, is knowing what their core need is. Is it safety? Is it security? Is it adventure? Is it being respected and appreciated and significance? Is it love and connection? There's so many different core needs that once you identify what your default system is, that's when you can give that to your partner, and also your partner give it to you. And it just makes the relationship ignite with passion and excitement and intimacy. That's how critical it is. Other things like what's yours and your partner's belief systems, core belief systems around money, around health, around relationships, around work, around kids and family, around all the critical parts that a relationship covers. So belief systems, what are their top values? Because values change over time, and depending on what's going on in your relationship and what the gap is at the time, what are your values? For example, if you're really into a lot of health stuff, you eat healthy, you exercise every day, you love to exercise, you love to get out and do things and move. And if the other person is not that type of person, adventurous, where they like to get out and move, maybe they just like to sit and read. So you can see the conflict that's going to happen if the values, they don't have to be the same, but if they don't align, if they're not some of your top values and they don't align, then there's going to be a lot of disagreements, a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of miscommunication in the relationship. Other things that are really critical is the masculine and feminine energy in a relationship with you and then with your partner. And it doesn't matter whether you're same-sex partners or not, that's got nothing to do with it. We all have masculine and feminine energy in our bodies, no matter what sex we are. And so is that level, is that in a balanced state so that you can come into the relationship with your energies balanced? There's so many different aspects. Your personalities. Do your personalities, you find that, for example, one person has a personality where they've got to have details. They've got to know the time, the exact time, and where and when and what you need, and cross your T's and dot your I's. Or is the person a different personality where, oh, I just had an idea, big picture, this is what I can see, let's just go for it and work it out later. So you can see where the detail person and the big picture person, there's going to be a lot of conflict. There's so many aspects to a relationship that you really need to understand about yourself and the other person to help give your relationship the best fighting chance of it being long-term and successful and happy and passionate and exciting. So